Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over.
When you see lights,
vests,
or reflectors,
please, give us some room. Slow down and move over.
when you need us,
We've got your back.
you have ours.
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Cleveland City Hall, City Council Chambers for the graduation ceremony of the 129th Police Academy of the Cleveland Division of Police. At this time, I'd like to ask Officer Jeffrey Stanzik to step forward and sing our national anthem.
Everyone please rise. All uniformed officers cover. Present. Huh. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Order! Out! Uncover!
Please remain standing for our invocation. Father John Michelli is not with us, so on this happy occasion, we ask that the Lord look down on the members of the Division of Police, the veterans of the division, and the newly graduating cadets. Keep them safe from harm as they continue on their life's journey and their careers. Please be seated. Good afternoon, everybody, family and friends, and welcome to a very, very happy occasion here at City Hall. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Deputy Chief Ed Tomba of the Division of Police, and I'd like to acknowledge a few people that are here with us today. First of all, the family and friends of all the recruits, thank you for your support and for coming out today to this ceremony. Members of City Council, Council President Sweeney, Lou Ambrose, who is the Director of the Civil Service Commission, we'd like to thank her. Our law enforcement partners we have with us today, to our right, Steve Anthony of the FBI, Pete Elliott, the United States Marshal Service, our Cuyahoga County Sheriff, Frank Bova, Steve Dettelbach, the U.S. Attorney's Office. We also have representatives from our unions, the Fraternal Order of Police, Lieutenant Brian Bentley, the Cleveland Police Patrolmen's Association, Jeff Fulmer, and from the Shield Club, Marcus Saffel. We'd like to thank everybody for their support. I'd also like to acknowledge Chief Mcgrath and the members of the Division of Police Command staff, and Lieutenant Kuntz, who is the OIC of the training section, who with his staff put these men and women through their paces through the police academy and brought them here today ready to go and to be members of the Division of Police. So at this time, I'd like to call up the Chief of the Division of Police, Michael Mcgrath.
This Tomba, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. How is everybody today? It's a pretty happy day. I don't see these folks smiling yet. Let me begin by stating the cadets before us this afternoon have chosen to work in what I firmly believe is the most honorable profession in the law enforcement world. Each one of the cadets has selected a very challenging profession, but also a very rewarding profession. This is the type of career that requires numerous sacrifices. Sacrifices not only by the cadets, but more importantly, sacrifices by their families. I would like to thank Commander O'Neill, Lieutenant Cutts, Deputy Chief Leroy Morrow, and the entire Academy staff, and everyone that assisted for their hard work and commitment while conducting this 129th Division of Police Academy class. Yesterday, for approximately 45 minutes, I had an opportunity to address the cadets. I expressed to them the Division of Police and the community's expectations. I also stressed the 5 values of the Division of Police, and they are professionalism, respect, integrity, dedication, and excellence. These 5 values are summed up in one word, and that word is pride. Pride is the most important gift that you can give to yourselves as law enforcement officers. It is a gift of having self-respect in making a difference and maintaining honor. This gift is what will ultimately define you. Every day, police officers go to work not knowing what the day holds. Their tour of duty can be quiet, relatively slow, or it can bring forth a crisis where lives literally depend on the officer's ability to think clearly, to make instantaneous and competent decisions. It is these traits that define what law enforcement is all about. These traits will define the graduates sitting before us today. At this time, I would also like to acknowledge and thank the family and friends for their support over the past 6 months. I'm sure there are many family members who have reservations relative to your chosen path, your chosen career. And yet these family members and friends are here today on your behalf. And in order for you to progress through your tenure as police officers, you will need, and I'll say it twice, I like to say it about a dozen times, you will need their continued support and understanding. That's why it's vital, very important, when you come home at the day that you share some of your experiences, especially your emotional experiences. To the cadets, many of you have given up other careers and opportunities to follow a dream. Please do not let yourselves or your families down. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the classroom and training sessions are over. Today is a day of celebration. I would only hope that the feelings each one of the cadets have today transcends throughout your careers. I had mentioned earlier that I had an opportunity to talk to cadets yesterday for about 45 minutes. And I've had a short time here, 5 or 6 minutes, to say a few words again. And I know that by the time the weekend's over and they start their careers on Monday, when they have to report to their respective districts, they probably will not remember 95% of the topics I touched or the recommendations I made. And that's okay. But I'm stressing to you, the cadets, if you can remember one thing, and one thing only, and that is the word pride. And it stands for professionalism, respect, integrity, dedication, and excellence. And as I exited the classroom yesterday, I encouraged each and every one of you to walk past the badge case of those officers who have made the ultimate sacrifice. You, starting on Monday, represent their officers, those officers, and more importantly, you represent the surviving families. Pride. It's all about pride, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the command staff, Division of Police, I would like to congratulate each one of you on your accomplishments. 6 months is a long time, and I know this academy pushed you very hard. We wish you the best of luck, and God bless you, your families. Welcome aboard. We accept you into our family with open arms. We look forward to working with you, and enjoy the holiday weekend. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chief. At this time, the Director of Public Safety for the City of Cleveland, Director Martin Flask.
Good afternoon. On behalf of all the men and women of the Department of Public Safety, in particular the Division of Police and the citizens that we serve, I'd like to offer our collective congratulations to all the graduates here today. To the friends and family who joined us this afternoon, thank you for the support that you provided to the most recent graduates. I know that without your continued support, some of the young men and women who are here today would not be here graduating. I had the honor, and I will say very clearly, the privilege of serving this community in uniform as a Cleveland police officer for 30 years. The job wasn't always easy. It was demanding, it was challenging, and at times it was dangerous. But today, our graduates are joining a long line of officers who have served this community. Throughout our history, and men and women have stepped forward to serve and protect this community and accepting the challenges of being a police officer here in the city of Cleveland. Men and women of the Division of Police regularly and routinely step into the path of harm's way to serve or protect. All of you will do it as well, not just because it's a job, but because of honor and duty and a commitment to this organization and the citizens that we serve. I know that within your ranks, there are some future detectives, there's sergeants, there's lieutenants, captains, and maybe even a chief of police. There's lots of career opportunities and room for growth and advancement in being a police officer in this community. And I encourage you to accept the challenge of making this a career that's not only worthwhile to you, but to your family and to this community. We need young men and women like you to step forward, assume responsibility, and become community leaders. What you do and how you live your life and the quality of service that you provide to our community is really in your hands. And I'm encouraging all of you to don't waste the opportunity. Each of you today is being given a gift, and it truly is a gift. It's a privilege. The privilege of being able to serve this community and do it professionally and do it in uniform. But do it with honor. Make the Division of Police, this community, and your families proud of who you are and what you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Director. This time, I'd like to introduce the Honorable Mayor of the City of Cleveland, Frank G. Jackson.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You know, I want to congratulate all the cadets, those who have graduated. I know it's been difficult and a hard road to hoe, but you're here. You did it, so I want to congratulate you. Also want to welcome you to public service and thank you for your willingness to serve. As the chief said, it will be intense and challenging at times, but that's your test. And if you pass that test, you will find, as the director said, a great opportunity in the Division of Police to grow and to mature and to really learn about yourself. So again, congratulations and thank you. You want to call them? You want to tell them to stand up?
Please rise for the oath of office.
Sorry, I'm all right, you ready? Okay. Are you ready? Good. Raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear. That I will support the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution and laws of the state of Ohio. The Charter and ordinances of the City of Cleveland. Obey the rules, regulations, and orders of the Division of Police of the City of Cleveland. And that I will discharge the duties of my office to the best of my knowledge and ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Okay, everybody can sit down. Everyone follows directions quite well. I appreciate that. Thank you. So, the 129th police graduating class has a class speaker. So at this time, I'd like to bring up Officer Ryan DiMatteo.
Good afternoon, honored guests, family, friends, and fellow classmates. 26 weeks ago, 40 remarkable individuals seated here in front of me all began the academy with one goal in mind: to successfully meet the necessary requirements to graduate and become police officers. I am honored to speak on their behalf this afternoon and proud to say today we have reached our goal. The Academy has been a great learning experience. Although difficult at times, the law enforcement knowledge and understanding we have acquired for the past 26 weeks has been valuable. It seems like yesterday we were in our black and white uniforms on day one, not knowing what to expect. And in a blink of an eye, we are here today. We have gone through many challenges together and have learned a great deal of information to help us succeed in the job that we are about to perform. Through a mixture of classroom and hands-on training, we learned about the legal system, patrol functions, vehicle operations, subject control, firearms, and a great deal of other subject matter relating to law enforcement. We found out the hard way that taking a shower after getting OC sprayed does not stop the pain. We also learned new phrases from our respected instructors, such as, "Look at my face," "Oh sure, gang," and that excuses are the bricks that build a house of failure. There is no doubt that we have challenged ourselves both physically and mentally, constantly striving to overcome our weaknesses and replace them with newfound strengths and confidence. In doing so, we have bonded together and have had fun every step of the way. We now have endless memories and moments that will last with us forever. Truly, we have enjoyed our time here at the Academy over the past 6 months. We have endured test after test, back-to-back PT and subject control sessions, and countless scenarios. We know that this is only the beginning. We recognize that the job ahead will be complex and challenging and requires split-second decision-making on a daily basis. We must work in our city with honesty, integrity, and compassion. Our success will depend on the trust our citizens place in us. We must remain professional at all times and committed to the highest level of standards within the law enforcement profession. As police officers, we will be trusted to uphold the law and demonstrate courage in the face of danger. Being here today is a choice that we have all made. We are proud to represent the city of Cleveland. We are aware that becoming a police officer in today's world will not be an easy task. Yet it is one that we are ready for and excited to take on. It is a mission we are ready to accept, a duty that we are set to fulfill with professionalism and pride. The Academy has placed many demands on us. We want to thank our mothers, fathers, wives, husbands, brothers, sisters, children, and all of our loved ones for their love and encouragement along the way. We could have never succeeded without your support. To Lieutenant Cutts and Sergeant Merrifield, we thank you for running the best academy in the state of Ohio. To all of our instructors, we thank you for all the knowledge you provided us with and the passion you have demonstrated to teach and mold the next generation of law enforcement officers. To our class guide, Kevin Warnock, Officer Kevin Warnock, Your dedication and belief in us has not gone unnoticed. We are grateful and fortunate to have had you as our class leader. To everyone who has provided us with hope and guidance, we express our deepest and most heartfelt gratitude. I would like to conclude by providing my classmates with a reference that I hope will impact their feelings about today and provide us with a frame of mind that we will remember throughout our careers. Our lives, a series of defining moments, strung together by passing time. Surrender fully to this moment, because it is not the moment itself that defines us, but how we choose to live in it. Let us celebrate today, be proud of this accomplishment, and take in this moment. It is my hope that we never forget each other, and we will always be there to support one another throughout our careers. It is my hope that we all choose, blank copy there. Come prepared. It is my hope that we all choose to serve with professionalism, respect, integrity, dedication, and excellence, and never forget that the badge we wear signifies that we have made a choice to take a difference in the moments we are given. Class 129, congratulations and God bless. Thank you.
That was very good. Officer, your classmate said to leave that last page blank for you to see how you did, so you did very well, though. Thank you. At this time, before we started, I introduced some of our law enforcement partners, but the Division of Police and Law Enforcement throughout this county has many silent partners, and none as valuable as the Blue Coats organization. So at this time, I'd like to introduce the president of Blue Coats Incorporated, Mr. Scott Ralston.
Thank you. What a great way to start a holiday weekend. It feels like summer has already arrived in this room. It's a little warm, so I'll make it short. And it's my distinct privilege on behalf of Blue Coats and to present the Cadet Award for the class of the 129th class, graduating class from the Police Academy. I want to acknowledge our chairman, Bruce Maybeck, our executive director, Chuck Labello, over there. And first, let me address the families. And I want to tell you that we stand with you. Blue Coats was formed in 1955 by members of the business community who understand and really appreciate the duty, the honor that the officers, all of our safety forces in Cuyahoga County, who put themselves in harm's way and are our first line of defense, we acknowledge and appreciate the sacrifice that the families go through. And to the officers of this class, I want you to know that in the event that the unthinkable and unspeakable happens, we will stand with your families and support them as if they are members of our own families. And thank you very much for all that you do for the citizens of Cuyahoga County. And with that, let me read a plaque that I have right in front of me, which I'll award to the patrol officer for proficiency and outstanding performance. The basic recruit class of the Cleveland Police Academy, this Blue Coats Award is presented in recognition of exceptional achievement as the top cadet in the 129th class, presented on this 28th day of March 2013 to Patrol Officer Ryan DiMatteo. Please come forward.
Thank you, Scott. I'd like to introduce the officer in charge of the Division of Police Training Academy, Lieutenant Brandon Cutts.
Thank you, Chief. I'm Lieutenant Brandon Cutts. I'm the officer in charge of the training section for the Cleveland Police Academy, and I'm the Academy Commander for the 129th Cleveland Police Academy class. 6 months ago, when we started this Academy class, I told the recruits, I told them that they were going to have to give me everything they had, physically, emotionally, and mentally. I told them there were going to be long hours in the classroom, long hours at the range, long hours in the gym, and then when they went home at the end of the day and they were tired and sweaty, they'd have to give me long hours at home doing work for me there. And I think they could probably tell you I wasn't lying at this point. I told them it was going to be challenging, exhausting, and stressful. And I'm happy to say that the officers that are sitting here today have shown the dedication, the ability, and the heart to wear that patch on your shoulder and that badge on your chest. Each of you deserves praise and commendation for the effort you have given us over the last 6 months. I am proud of all of you. And now I would like to recognize the officers in the class who have achieved the highest scores in academics, physical fitness, and marksmanship. When I call your name, please come to the front. Officer Ryan DiMatteo. Officer DiMatteo is the top academic recruit. The combination of the internal testing and the state examination, he averaged a score of 93.06%. Officer Eric Shelton. Officer Shelton earns the award for the top physical fitness for the male in the class. He averaged a score of 93.33%. Officer Crystal Lewis. Officer Lewis wins the award for top physical fitness female with an average score of 91%. The next award will be for top marksman. This class has 9 top marksmen. All 9 of them scored perfectly on the testing for the state. I'm going to call out your names, come up and get your award. Officer Louis Adepetro. Officer Charles Bittner. Officer Rafael Carasini. Marksmen, not explorers, obviously. Officer John Jarrell. Officer Crystal Lewis. Officer Officer Charles McNamara. Officer Sean O'Donnell. Officer Michael Russell. And Officer Dustin Vowell. Congratulations. Is he here? Okay, I'll get him here. Sergeant Galmarini, can you come up, please? What's that? Yeah, I'm just going to read what's on here, basically. All right, another round of applause for our marksmen. Our next award is the Leadership Award. It's the Arthur A. Schwagin Leadership Award. This is presented to the officer who demonstrates the most outstanding leadership abilities as a member of the 129th Cleveland Police Academy. Sergeant Galmarini from SWAT is going to present the award along with Chief Mcgrath. This award goes to Class Guide Kevin Warnock. It's in two pieces, Warnock. Give me that back. All right, at this time, I need the 129th Academy class to just get on your feet and form up for the presentation of certificates, please. And the receiving line as well, please. Good. Chief, they're going to line up this way. The recruits are all lining up right here.
Right? On this end? Okay. Any of our other law enforcement partners? Mr. Anthony, Mr. Dellenbach, Mr. Elliott, Sheriff Bova, you're more than welcome to participate in the receiving line for our recruits.
Officer Louis Adapetro. Officer Russell Barnhart. Officer Jacqueline Bennett. Officer Brandon Betley. Officer Charles Bittner. Officer Raphael Carasini. Officer James Coleman. Officer Sean Coleman. Officer Ryan Corrigan. Officer Bradley DiMatteo. Officer Ryan DiMatteo. Officer Michael Glick. Officer Alexander Gamusio. Officer Timothy Hannon. Officer Tia Hargrove. Officer Wayne Harper. Officer Michael Janisek. Officer John Jarrell. Officer Tara Johnson. Officer Crystal Lewis. Come over. Officer Crystal Lewis. Officer Charles McNamara. Officer Carlos Medina. Officer David Meisner. Officer Brandon Melbar. Officer Sean O'Donnell. Officer Matthew Pollock. Officer Catherine Reddy. Officer Michael Russell. Officer Kenneth Ryan. Officer Elvin Sanchez. Officer Sean Schuler. Officer Eric Shelton. Officer Michael Sertz. Officer Thomas Toole. Officer Arnaldo Torres. Officer Dustin Vowell. Officer Kevin Warnock. Officer Antoine Wells. Officer Matthew West. Officer Marlon Wills. Officer Eric Zeitz. Congratulations, 129.